you, I did get an epidural. The epidural itself was not painful getting it. It was like a little like pinch on my back. It was kind of cold, but it didn't hurt. And when I tell you, my menstrual cycle is, or I should say was, but I don't want to jinx it, was on another level before I had Penelope. When I tell you, it was like beyond painful, to the point where I would call out of work. Because it was just too much. Like, I would sit there and throw up and not feel well, and my stomach would be horrible. And it would be for that one day, for that first day that I got my period. And I was just like thinking to myself, like, these contractions, oh, what happened, baby? These contractions are gonna be like hella bad. Like, I can just imagine, like, if my period's like this every single month, imagine like when I have a freaking baby. And everybody says that that's what it feels like. So and that, when I tell you, that's what it feels like. My mom was there, my mother-in-law was there, my sister, basically like my whole family came to the hospital, and they were like taking turns coming in, and my aunt was there, going in and out of, you know, the room, trying to make sure that I was okay. And which I am so grateful for. My family, I love you guys so much. Like, honestly, each and every person that was there, like, you guys mean the world to me, because that was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do in my life. And you guys were there with prayers and everything, and you guys are the best. Anyway, so I remember, like, just the pain getting, like, at first I was with the epidural. The nurse was like, you are on like sky high contractions right now. And I was like, I don't feel it, girl. Like, you know, like I was good. I was laughing. Everything was perfect. Like, I had no worries. Then out of nowhere, I don't even remember how dilated I was or anything like that, because I know the nurses kept coming in and out, and they just kept telling me different numbers. And I was just like, yeah, I just want this baby out already, please. It took me a while for, you know, to keep dilating or whatever, but the baby wasn't coming down. So they put a peanut. That's when it all really started. Like, I was okay until they freaking put that peanut in between my legs. So a peanut is basically like an exercise ball, but in the shape of a peanut. And so they put that in between my legs, and I had to go, like, I had to be on my side, and they put that in between my legs. And apparently that was going to help open my hips and everything down there, and my cervix, and not my hips, I don't know, I guess my cervix and everything down there. And it was gonna help the baby, you know, go down and obviously out. Once they put that in between my legs, I tell you, that epidural was not working no more. I was over here freaking pressing this freaking button, like, give me more, and it was not working at all. I'm over here, call the nurse, tell them about, call the nurse, like we're just gonna wait for that to pass. So I was like, call the nurse, whatever. Like, it was really, really painful. That's when I started crying. I started getting nauseous. I must have threw up like 2 or 3 times because of the pain that I felt. It was just so painful. Like, for the women out there that just go all natural, you know, like, for the women that take no pain medication at all during this process, you guys are amazing. It hurts. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts. And I don't even know if I even felt 1% of what these women feel when they don't, you know, when they have no medication, when they're not on anything. But I know it hurt. I was nauseous, I was throwing up. I remember holding onto my mom's hand, and I was just like trying to like you know, breathe in and breathe out and just trying to relax. But it was just so painful that I couldn't even, like, I felt like my body was shaking at a point, like I couldn't even take it anymore. And I remember my boyfriend going to like get a wet like towel or rag or whatever it was that he had, and he goes, he was definitely nervous. He says he wasn't, but he was definitely nervous because he started like, while the whole time he was there, he was like making jokes on, like, I guess trying to like mellow things out by making jokes, but that's not what happened. Like, everybody else was laughing, I was not. I was pissed. Like, I was like, get out. Like, I did not want to hear anything he had to say. Like, he was just like annoying me at that moment, and I felt so bad because I know it came from a good place. Like, it wasn't like he was trying to piss me off on purpose. Like, who the hell would do that? But I don't know, there was just something about him at the moment. Like, I just didn't even want, I just wanted my mom there. I just wanted her to hold my hand, and I just wanted, yeah, I'm talking about what happened. Yeah. You're so silly. Are you done drinking? Yeah, can I cover up now? Huh, so yeah, and then he went and he got the wet cloth for me, and he goes to like put it on my head, but the way he did it was like, I don't even know, like he just did it in a fashion where it was just like, I felt like he wasn't being genuine about it. Like, he wasn't like he was just like you know, like he just freaking threw the shit on my, threw the crap on my forehead, instead of just like, you know, just putting it there, you know, just trying to, instead of trying to calm me down, he just like on my forehead. And I was just like really pissed, and I was just like, please stop, get out. Like, I remember saying that to him, and then obviously afterwards I felt really bad. So babe, if you watch this, I'm sorry for saying those things to you, because I didn't mean them. I love you. I was just in pain, and you annoyed me at the time, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, and so this baby finally is coming out. I remember crying. Then my doctor finally came in when it was time to, like, you know, get her out, and my doctor was like, okay, I see her hair. Like, she just went to see her. Like, I wasn't even pushing or anything. They just went to go, they removed the peanut from my legs, and the doctor went to go see like how far along I was, and the doctor was like, I see her hair, we can push now. And I was just like, you see her hair? Like, what? My mom was like, why are you crying? And I was just like, I'm happy. It was so funny. It was so funny. So yeah, and I was crying because I was happy. Like, it's been 9 months with this human inside of me, and I finally have the chance to see what she looks like, to, you know, hold her, to care for her, to love her, like, for the rest of her life. And it's like, my whole life is gonna just change, just doing a whole 360. And it's like, it's just a feeling I don't even know how to describe. It's just so full with love, and it's just crazy. So finally she comes out. I must push like 3 times, and 3 or 4 times, and she's out. When I tell you, I was like, I was crying, obviously. I'm very emotional, but either way, that's like the birth of your child. Who doesn't cry? The birth of a child. So I was crying, and they take her to, like, you know, not even, yeah, I think they took her for like 2 seconds just to like wipe her down real quick, but not, obviously not fully, not thoroughly, just to like get all that first bit of gunk, whatever the hell it is, that first bit, I should say, of gunk off of her. And they just like real quick, and then they put her on my chest, and I was just like, I didn't even know what to do. I was like in awe, like I was just looking at her. I was crying. till this day, I'm like, every time I think about that moment, I'm just like, oh my god, like this baby is my baby. And then they ended up taking her. I think my boyfriend cut her umbilical cord. And then they took her to like her little like bed warmer thing, I think that's what it is. And that's when they cleaned her. Whatever, the whole time, like I wasn't even looking at anybody else. I wasn't looking at the doctor. I wasn't looking at anybody else. I just was looking at her the whole entire time. Like I was like almost in a daze, and I was just like what, baby? And I was just staring at her like in disbelief. Like I couldn't believe that my baby is right there. And they finally, when they were done, they gave her to me, and I was able to hold her. And that's when she literally latched on right away. And I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And now my little baby's here. And now my little baby's 8 months old. Yay! 8 months! You're such a big girl. Yeah. And my actual stay at the hospital, I stood there for 3 days. That's including the day that I was actually there. So 2 nights, 3 days. I did tear, which was another, that was like so bad. Like when my doctor was stitching me back up, I didn't feel it. I was completely numb from the waist down, didn't feel anything. But when I was able to feel it and I was able to walk around, girl, that hurts. Like I don't even know what, like I would like literally like try not to even sit. It was just uncomfortable. It wasn't fun at all. As far as like the recovery, going home wasn't fun. The doctor, well, let me just go back a little bit. The nurses were amazing the whole entire time. They made sure I was okay. They made sure the baby was okay. They helped me go to the bathroom whenever I had to go. They were just amazing the whole entire time. And honestly, if I have other kids, I would definitely go back to the same hospital that I went to. I have nothing bad to say about it or about anything that happened while I was there. And then as far as like going home, I remember my dad brought us home. He picked us up from the hospital, he brought us home, and that card ride was not fun. Even though, yeah, I was on meds because obviously for the pain, but your girl has stitches on there and it wasn't fun. And just imagine hitting a bump. Yeah, I was like, it hurts so bad. So hopefully I won't have to go through that again with my next pregnancy. But who knows? If it does, then whatever, it is what it is. But if it doesn't, great, because it really hurts. You see yourself? Say hi. Say hi. Hi. Besito. I love you. So yeah, that's basically what happened. Again, I'm very excited to start this journey with you guys, and I have a couple videos I have in mind, but if there's anything that you might want to know so far, me being a new mom, I am willing to help to explain my life, my new mom life. I love it, and we hope to see you guys soon. You have to blow them a kiss. Blow them a besito. Blow them a besito. Like this.